Okay then guys, so welcome back to the Foreign Depository with me, Paisleys, and today I want to break up the collector's manual and kind of talk about something else that sort of popped up randomly a couple of days ago, and I wasn't expecting ever to kind of make content related to Ghost Recon Wildlands again, but here we are in 2026 talking about a brand new update that happened, and it's kind of sparked something in me to talk about. What do I mean by that? Well, just give me a second. Essentially, Ubisoft, to celebrate the 25-year anniversary of Ghost Recon, they added brand new free DLC mission to Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is both great and odd at the same time, because Ghost Recon Wildlands obviously was released, was it around a decade ago now? And so I was playing it massive when it came out. I made so much content on that game. I think we did both live streams and videos, over 100 pieces of content right there. These live streams were like 4 or 5 hours, Ghost War, streaming the updates. I used to do a podcast called the Ghost Recon Podcast, and I'll bring little snippets and stuff up on here for you guys to see, moments from back then, like, you know, 8, 9, 10 years ago. And so we made content for a very long time, and you'll still see as well on this channel, I did update one of the thumbnails, and it was for the taking down the Ghost Recon Wildlands Predator mission solo. And back then it was pre-solo, before you could turn off teammates, so we didn't have the ability to turn off the other AI teammates that you was with, and then an update came out just after that that means that you could play entirely solo as just one person. So obviously the idea of it being solo, it was solo at that time, but then time sort of changed and an update came out. So but yeah, you know, doing that, creating those videos in that moment, and it was a lot of fun. And so I had a blast, and that video is from 6 years ago, 7 years ago now. I think the last Ghost Recon video that I actually made was 6 years ago, and so I sound so young. I sound so young, bless me. But times have changed. I don't play Ghost Recon the same, really play PS4, PS5 sort of era just yet. I know I'll probably get into that a bit later down the line, but it's great to see Ubisoft kind of giving Wildlands its flowers, because it's still been extremely active, because the role-playing side of things, you know, Operation Drewski and all of those kind of creators have been yeah, kind of pivotal in it getting its flowers again. So a lot of people are excited to go back for this update, and I am too, in a way. You know, I don't have a PS4 with me here, I do have one in England, but I actually removed Ghost Recon Wildlands from my Vinted listings. I'm actually going to keep it so that I can go back and play. You know, maybe whenever I go back and visit home, I might took a few hours into that new mission. But it's interesting to see what Ubisoft were doing there. But it makes you question something. In this really pivotal stage that we're in right now, where Sony are looking at killing off discs, a lot of digital sales versus physical sales numbers are being skewed, and when we're in this sort of realm of, well, people don't buy this no more, like we can just port games over to make HD ports of them, like the Black Ops port, so you don't even need the old versions anymore. And it's like, it's so good to go and then see Ubisoft go and support one of their older games and update it with features that players in the community have actually wanted for a long time. It makes you wonder, A, why have Ubisoft just kind of decided this on their own? Or, you know, will other publishers kind of follow in the same sort of suit? It's just a strange sort of moment to have this, but of course they want to celebrate 25 years of Ghost Recon, I understand that. So, but why didn't they bring out content for Breakpoint instead? I personally think it's because Breakpoint just didn't have the longevity, the staying power, and you saw what happened, and this is going to be something that's quite crucial with the upcoming like PlayStation Blackout. You saw what happened when people were doing the pre-orders for Breakpoint, but they had this beta release, the beta came out, the game was kind of whack, and then it was all these RPG elements that they put into the game. They added It was all these like booster packs that were ready for you to buy, for you to like unlock the guns and stuff right at the start. Like, it was a very difficult game to get into, and it's live service only. Ghost Recon Wildlands, I'll still be able to play it in 10 years time because it has that single player mode. I don't need to be connected to the network to be able to play the single player campaign. So yeah, it's times like that where you go, okay, Ubisoft, they lost so much money during that period because they were projected to make so many millions or on pre-orders for Breakpoint, and they didn't make that because people cancelled the pre-orders as a result of the beta and as a result of all this kind of like money grabbing. Wildlands, The Division, they were starting to add these crate systems in, but it was very early days for that. And then all the releases after this have been RPGs. Look at all the Assassin's Creeds that have kind of come out afterwards and have just been like RPG style versions as well. And when we did like cancel those pre-orders, or when people backed out, they put their foot down and said, I'm not going to buy the game, it really did shake up Ubisoft for a moment. They had to push some projects back, and they had to kind of re-evaluate how they wanted to move forward with some of their future releases. I'm not saying it was successful in a really long, period of time, but then if you think about it now, we're getting brand new content for Wildlands over Breakpoint because Breakpoint just didn't have that staying power. The community made their feelings clear, and I think it's not ironic, but maybe there's another term that I think I'm looking for here, but it's quite a interesting time for this update to kind of take place. And interesting one, I kind of just wanted to talk about how it's sort of like parallels a little bit with what's going on with Sony. And I'm like, genuinely, if people do commit to this blackout scenario, it could have a big impact on Sony. I think Sony are fronting, and they're just saying, it doesn't really whatever kind of players are doing right now, it doesn't really matter, like, we're not really feeling it. The physical sales only add up to so much, but I think, the numbers are being completely skew-whiffed. They're counting, DLC codes as full downloads. It's, and I'm going to do another video sort of on this topic later down the line, because when I went to Taiwan, I saw with my own eyes, it was like being back in the mid-2000s. There was booths with live games playing, with people, there's like 6-7 people stood around looking at whatever this brand new release is, and there's a little kid playing it at the front, and there was another booth in like the hallway, and there's 2 guys playing some fighting game or something, and I was like, damn, the physical media here is still so strong. Like, it has that feeling of like it did, back when Game used to have the game booth, or whichever store it was when HMV used to sell video games as well. Like, and you had those booths that's got the console in, and it's advertising whatever game it is that's being played. And yeah, it really took me back a little bit, but it was surprising that the crowds for it were massive, absolutely massive. So it's something I want to talk about in the future, and it sort of helps bolster the physical argument. So talking about the Ghost Recon update was like, I don't know, I don't think it was expected, but I kind of got caught up in the nostalgia. I started watching Sergeant Nick Fury, and then I was watching Delta Elite, and then I know that, I'm expecting to see videos from Toyota Green, from Super Saiyan, I just saw HVT Mudvayne was playing. I'm like, all of these names that I haven't heard since when I was competing in Ghost War League and stuff. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy to kind of be talking about Ghost Recon, all this time later down the line. So there's a slight nostalgia trip for me, and what it's made me want to do is that I understand a whole new generation of gamers might be trying to get into Ghost Recon Wildlands, and a lot of the content that I'd made previously, got some tutorials and some tips and tricks and those kind of things to sort of help players out, that I think that they're still valuable. And although I've delisted all of my videos, I want to go back through and sort of pick out the ones that I think are useful, and maybe do a voiceover for them, or update the thumbnail and kind of make it feel like it's part of the Foreign Depository, like it's tips and tricks. Because there was a lot of love and a lot of time that went into that content for people not to be able to see it. So as part of this Ghost Recon 25-year celebration, I'm going to go back through and kind of sift through some of the content that I've done before. You're going to have to put up with the old overlays, and I'm going to, you know, update it to a point. But yeah, I'm gonna try and like spruce it up a little bit and bring it out for you guys. So if you click on the channel and you start seeing like, oh, you know, there's like 10 more videos have appeared out of nowhere. They're probably from anywhere from 6 to 9 years ago, 10 years ago, but they're going to be useful ones. So of course the tutorial on killing the predator is still available now for people to go and watch. That should still stand. I don't see where any mechanics would have changed for that predator mission, but that predator mission coming back now, a lot of people are going to be struggling to do that. Again, even if I went back and played it, I would still play around that rock. I'd still have my teammates with me, I'd still call them in close, and yeah, I'd still do the same thing, and I would still level up a marksman's rifle or a sniper rifle and just one-shot him every time to get the predator to move around and just keep your wits about you. But yeah, it's interesting. We're in a really strange time in the gaming world. Wildlands never came out on the PS5. It was never released, it was never ported. And it's great to see the support from the community on that game. It finally got its flowers. It has brand new DLC update. It's got 4K 60 support now. There's a lot more immersion for the role-playing guys, and it has actually made me want to fire it back up and play again. But of course I don't have a PS4 with me here, and I don't have Wildlands with me here. It's all in the UK. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. That's been all from me and Foreign Depository. Next video is going to be a collector's manual. Thank you guys for the support on the channel so far. I think we've just hit 550 subs, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. 2 weeks ago I was on 332 from back in the Ghost Recon days, and then now we've almost doubled in size already. And it's great to see people in the comments being like, oh, you know, I recommend this. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see like monthly purchases updates, like catalog updates of the things that I bought that I've added to my, only what I've added to my collection, not stuff that I've bought where I'm like, oh, I'm just holding it for a bit and then I'm gonna flip it or whatever. It's like stuff that I actually am adding to my collection. I might do that again sometime this week as well, but I'm working full-time here in Tokyo now, so I'm gonna try and get videos up when and where I can. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and that's been all from Peace Lee's Foreign Depository. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.